Hello, best friends. So, in this series on boundaries, we've been talking about the times that we've been trying to control other people. The flip side of this is when we allow other people to control us, which is a little bit of a different dynamic. And a lot of times we are both trying to control other people and allowing other people to control us. Is that something that's happening in your own life? I want you to just take a little moment and think about it in your own life. We've been thinking about how we control others. Where have you been allowing other people to control you? Sometimes it's not just that other people are controlling us, because like we talked about yesterday, no one can really control another person. That's like not really possible. So that's another aspect of the situation that you need to consider. If you have felt like other people are controlling you, today's the day to look in the mirror and say, I am the one who agreed to be controlled. Like, no one can control you without your permission. And the reasons why we give permission, I mean, a lot of times, we've suffered from trauma since the time we were little, even before we were born. We came here with trauma. And that trauma can lead us to believe things like we have to obey, we have to do this, we have to do that, we have to listen to that person. We can be full of fear. We can be full of stress. We can be so fragmented from situations of severe and extreme neglect and abuse that our systems are just so fried that they'll go along with all sorts of stuff. This is not to blame anybody. It is to explain what's going on. And today is the day you get to set yourself free. So congratulations, you get to set yourself free today. That is so exciting. Oh my goodness. And the session that I had come into my mind is calling back your personal power, which is in the foundational sessions. It's the getting started stuff. If you haven't done that one, go do it today. It's so good. We're calling back our personal power, calling it back to ourselves, because we don't have to do whatever other people say to do anymore. So let's go ahead and imagine a tube of light shining down on us. This light is going to contain information on how to have an energy field that invites other people to respect your boundaries. This is so fabulous and important. Let's tap it in. I know how to energetically invite others to respect my boundaries. I know how to honor others while still maintaining my boundaries. I am the ultimate authority on my own life. I call back my power from others whom I have let make decisions for me. Okay, put your hands on your heart and breathe it in. Where in your life have you let other people make decisions for you? Okay. Man, I feel like this will draw up some little controversy, especially with my work in feminine energy, with my new book, Magnetic Femininity, and the feminine energy being a kind of more following energy, which I know can be triggering for some people. I wrote so many pages about this, so go check out my book if you find that concept really triggering. How can a woman have power and sovereignty and call back her power from other people making decisions for her and be in a marriage where her husband makes decisions for her? Oh man, I can feel the triggers right now. But here's my perspective on it, okay? Because my husband and I feel like we are a team and we make our decisions jointly, but there's been plenty of times where I have felt like he needs to make the final call on this. Yes, a man and a woman are equal partners in a marriage, but at the same time, you cannot actually have true equal partners. It does not function, right? Like if your kid wants to join a soccer league and one says no and one says yes, and you're at this impasse forever, like someone has to make the real decision, right? Like somebody has to be the tiebreaker. And I don't know. For me, I feel like masculine energy is the leading energy. That doesn't mean that only men lead. Obviously, like I run this YouTube channel, I lead like thousands of people in healing our boundaries and all sorts of other weird stuff. That's not what that means. It's just to say that I don't know, you can be a woman and have total sovereignty over your life and still allow your husband to make decisions that affect the family. My big thing with it is that you just have to be sure that you are in alignment with your own feelings, that you're listening to God every day. You listen to God, you listen to your feelings, and then you share your feelings with your husband so that as he makes decisions, he is fully informed by your feelings. Okay. And I wrote this whole book on it. It's 400 pages. Don't complain about it to me until you've read the whole thing. Okay. But you can have both. You know, I've had so many times in my life, so many times where something came up and I felt like God told me to let my husband make the choice. And me choosing to let my husband make a choice that affected me was not bad boundaries. It was not me being a doormat. Are you serious? Can you imagine me as a doormat? It's like not a thing. And my parents will verify that has never been a thing. Okay. I am not a doormat person, and that is not a thing. But I know how to maintain my own spirit's boundaries and how to navigate that in a marriage where I am the feminine energy, you know? And I haven't always been thrilled with the decisions that my husband has made that have affected me. But when I have gone along with it because I felt like God was telling me to, it has always worked out for me. Even if I didn't get it at the time, you know, time passes and I look back and I say, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I listened to my husband and to God. I mean, like really what it is. I'm so glad I listened to God in that instance and allowed my husband to make that choice for us, because it is not what I would have chosen. And I didn't like it at the time, but with the wisdom of hindsight, now I can see that that really was the best choice for our family. As women, you can be a totally sovereign power, and you can cooperate with your husband's leadership. And how you do it is by listening to God every single day and ask our Creator how to do it. All of our lives are so complicated. There's no way that any of us could fully comprehend what any of the other ones of us are going through right now. The only person who gets it is our Creator. And our Creator can give us all of the guidance that we need to navigate all of the relationships and all the situations that we find ourselves in. You can be fully sovereign and you can cooperate with other people's decisions at the same time. That doesn't mean you have to. Okay. Being feminine does not mean you're a doormat. It doesn't mean that you just go along with whatever your husband says, even if he's an abuser, even if he's terrible, even if all of these things. That's not what it means. To me, being fully feminine means trusting your feelings and listening to God and your body every day and letting those be your guide. And you will be surprised at how often, when you let those be the guide, they encourage you to turn to your husband for guidance. It is shocking, in my opinion, but it is also so magical and so healing for both of you. Oh man, you don't have to take my word for it. Don't believe me. I encourage you to check out my book and try it for yourself. Experiment. This whole world is a science experiment. My degree is in soil chemistry. I love science. I'm into it. I have read so many journals and studies, and that's what I do for fun in my spare time, guys. I'm not even kidding. I love it. Love it. But we live in a science experiment. So you don't have to commit to living a certain way for the rest of your life. Try something new. Just see for yourself what feels true for you. And again, you are the ultimate authority on your life. Go ahead and tap it in. I am the ultimate authority on your life, on my life. I am the ultimate authority on my own life. That's what we got to say. I'm the ultimate authority on my own life. You are the ultimate authority on your own life, even if you're married, even if you're a woman. You are the ultimate authority. And just in case any people are thinking that I'm teaching to be a doormat, that is absolutely not what I am teaching. And that is a massive misunderstanding of everything that I have ever written or taught. Okay. You're the authority on your life. You don't have to go along with things that you don't believe in. Okay. Tune in with your feelings, tune in with God. You will be led every single day as you do those things. Okay. Love you guys. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Bye.